Hello, my loves. What's up, and welcome back to a new episode of the Just Between Us podcast with your host, Guadalupe. Hi, hello, that is me. But today I'm actually not just between us because we have our first official guest on here. I'm so excited to announce the wonderful Anique. Oh my gosh, she is a visionary in her craft. She is such a bright light in her field, and she designs none other than Eileen Alister's tour looks. Welcome, Anique. How are you doing?
Hi, thank you so much. I'm doing great. And you?
Yeah, I'm good too. Thank you. How's your week? How's it been? I mean, like, you've just gotten off of like Eileen's tour, right? So are you having
Yes.
some time to like calm down, or is it up to the next?
No, I got some time to calm down, but it's always like after the stressful phase, it's weird to be back and to
Yeah.
like start all over again. So it's a little bit depresso, but in a good way because like
Yeah.
new stuff is coming up, but it's like all the feels.
I can imagine that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we do this little thing on the podcast where at the beginning of each episode, we do this obsession of the week and we just say anything. It can be a song, something you've been doing, anything that's been like lifting your mood. Do you have something you think you want to share?
That's a good question.
I can start us off if that helps.
Yes,
Let me
please.
think. What has been going on? Oh, Olivia Dean's new album. Well, not the new one, but like the latest one. I've been listening to that on repeat. And then, well, having you here as a bright light as well.
Yeah, I guess for me it's the same, like first podcast ever, and to be like your
Yes.
first like not host, first
First
person,
guest.
yeah, first guest. So actually that's like in my mind right now. It's just that one.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. A first for both of us, so that's exciting.
very much. And Olivia Dean, I'm going to the concert in a few weeks.
No
So
way. Shut up. I'm so jealous. I'll be
yeah,
living vicariously through you. What's your favorite
she's
song of hers?
I think it's Old Lady, like how's the title? I'm always listening to the songs, but not really like.
Oh, no, that's so valid. Yeah, I think
Um,
it's just Lady.
it's
Yeah.
Lady Red. Yes. Yeah.
So
I was just
good.
listening before, so yeah, that's my favorite. What's yours?
Uh, um, yeah, you're right. It's it's another one with a title. The ones, the one you love. Uh, not at least the ones you love. The one with a long title.
Yeah, I know which
I
one.
think you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yes. It's
I'm
so
gonna
hard.
like
Nowadays, you just listen through like Spotify and you don't really notice anymore like the
let
title.
alone the one you love. Sorry, that was gonna
Yeah.
haunt me. That was gonna. We'll have so much fun at that.
Thank you.
Okay, just to give you an idea, we got a bunch of questions. I kind of sorted them from people who sent these in, so thank you for everybody who sent them in.
So cool.
And we're just gonna go in the little blocks. I feel like we should start at the very beginning. It might seem basic, but I feel like the people want to know, how did you kickstart your career and what made you choose the path that you're on now, if there was ever that
Mm.
moment?
So I'm gonna start from the start. Because I was always interested in fashion design. Like when I was a young kid, like when I got my first money, it wasn't for like, ah, I think other people in my age bought like toys and I bought
Yeah.
clothes. So, it was really always my biggest passion. And, from that on, I always visited my grand 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 grandmother. She was a also a fashion designer,
Oh, really?
and I visited her in the studio, and that was actually the first time that I got to know like people are sewing clothes and how you do that. And but she was like a couture fashion designer, so it's really back in the days when people were buying clothes and like buying clothes from person that were sewing them like
Mm-hmm.
in small ateliers.
Right.
And but then I had to do like normal school stuff, like everybody needs to do it. And when I got to choose, like in Switzerland, you can choose from university and then you can also do an apprenticeship.
Yeah.
I think
That makes
in
sense. We have
Germany
that.
it's the
Yeah,
same.
it's similar.
So I did that in a fashion agency, which was really cool because we had different labels And there were also big labels, like back in the days, it was like Versace, Hugo Boss,
Wow.
like big ones, big brands. And so I got to know like the background from fashion, like
Got a
how,
glimpse into it.
yeah, like how the stores buy the fashion, like they came to our agency and bought them, and like the whole process behind the fashion industry, from the fashion week shows to like actually buying and being in the store. And after that, for me, it was clear I'm going to stay in the fashion business. And then I did like internships with stylists. So it's a
Hmm.
really long answer, but I don't know if
No,
that's
go
important.
on. That's what we're here for.
And and then I did some internships with different stylists. I just wrote them, "Hi, I'm Anique. I want to work in fashion." And it was pretty hard because I live in Switzerland, or I grew up
Yeah.
in Switzerland, and it's not really a fashion city. So the possibilities were pretty small as
Hmm.
well to have like a fashion agency with cool brands. But I got lucky. I got to work with some stylists. But then I chose to go to university because I wanted to learn like fashion design and not just like styling.
Oh, so you studied specifically after that, you went back and studied fashion design?
Yes. So I had to do some more school stuff because I needed to do it to be allowed to go to university. So I did that first.
Hmm.
And then I visited different schools in fashion design. I went to New York to Parsons School,
Oh, yeah,
new
wow.
school.
I've heard of
It's
that.
like a fashion design school, also a really cool and big one. And that's where I learned like what it is to like be a fashion designer or
Yeah.
study fashion design. And I remember I was in that class, and because I was older, and in the US you study when you're younger than when you
Younger,
like
yeah.
in Europe. So they put me in like graduated classes. So
Really?
in my class, because of my age, there were people that already studied fashion design. So they were so good, like in drawing, they were insane. And I
No,
was
and you were
like,
starting.
I was starting. So my drawing was like, like the,
Yeah.
yeah, really bad. I'm not good in drawing. So anyway, still not. But that was so intimidating because I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm like creative enough or good
Hmm.
enough. Um, but it was a really good school because they always, when we had homework to do, we had to present them to the class.
Hmm.
And first you were so shy and like, you always
I can
compared
imagine.
yourself with the other ones. But it was good because I learned so much from that time and also got pretty confident that I want to do that. And also my teacher was like, because he was like, Are you going to study fashion design after this?" And I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm the person to really, do the clothes or
Hmm.
just style the clothes. And he was so sweet because he told me like, "Oh, I don't think you can say that like at this stage.
Yeah, like
I
figure it
think,
out.
yeah, I think you have a talent and you should go for it if you want to do it. And then you're going to figure out what's your niche or what you want to do like specifically." So yeah, I went back home from New York with like a big portfolio, and then I decided to study in Switzerland in Basel.
Hmm.
It was actually just the first school that I applied and I got in, because it's always also I think in other countries, like if you wanna go study something creative, you have to do like the portfolio stuff and then they're gonna
For
pick you.
sure.
So yeah, and then I started the fashion design. So that was the main studies.
Yeah.
And anyone that's into fashion design, I would recommend like doing a study with fashion, because
Hmm.
you're gonna learn so much, and also you're gonna learn your language in fashion and arts. Yes. So, and then after
Lovely.
that, I graduated, and I and after that, I was also into like film, fashion, music. So I did a lot of um, music videos, like
Mhm.
concepts for music videos, and also did the styling always by myself. And yes, so after, I don't know, like a few years, I graduated.
Mhm.
Um, I got to know Eileen. Like I worked with
Yes,
different,
I was gonna ask that.
yeah.
Yes, tell us. Tell us. How'd you meet?
So I worked with different artists, and like I did a lot of stylings, and then I also had a brand with 3 friends
Mhm.
that we started. And at the same time, I got to know Eileen because my boyfriend is a producer.
Mhm.
So she was producing with my boyfriend the music.
Wow.
And then I got to know Eileen, and I mean, I loved her
It just
so
clicked.
much. And we were like a team, like a group of friends. And then when it got to like stage outfits and all her like, yeah, like the identity of her in fashion, in a fashion
Mhm.
way, um, we talked, and then we were like, oh, we need to work together. And I also told her like I really want to be your stylist and like be on an early stage to
Mhm.
develop the identity of the styling. And yeah, that was actually love at first sight because we have the same language when it comes to design. So that's so amazing.
Yeah, somebody actually asked that on the question box. They asked whether she kind of comes to you with a vision beforehand or if it's more of like a collaborative thing. I guess you kind of answered that, but when you go into a direction for a specific tour, does she give you like a inspo or does it come together?
So normally we always search for inspiration, like both of us. We have
Mhm.
like yeah, we're gonna just share it, and we make a meeting, and then we talk about the inspiration that we found and in which direction we want to go. And then we put it together, and we think about, oh, we really like this from that outfit or this inspiration, and we
Yeah.
put it like together to one outfit.
Combine.
And yeah, we combine those, and then um we have multiple of those ideas because like in the first at the first tour we just had 6 or 7 outfits. No, it was even more, like 7 or 8.
Mhm.
It was already a lot, like to make.
I can imagine.
But the second one was 24, so that was insane to bring to every outfit a new idea and to make it, yeah, like a good one in a
For
different way,
sure.
but
So then
still
how,
have the same
yeah.
identities.
So how would you say did that like affect your process? Like did you have to just like work quicker, but did it take away from the inspiration or did it actually drive you to produce more and like did it just like flow from there? Would you say that like helped or more like stunted your process?
It's both
Yeah.
because you're gonna have like the ups and downs all
Mhm.
the way. Um, I think first it's always like also the pressure that you have that at some point you need to be finished.
Yeah.
And but that's also the good one because you need to do it and you need to have an end, because in design you can spend hours on designs. Like it's never
Yeah, I get
perfect.
that.
And but yeah, I for the last tour, I I had some pressure to make it really good. Like
Yeah,
the weight on my shoulder was like, no, I really want that the looks are so good
can
and that
imagine.
I'm going to be satisfied with them. And Eileen, of course. Um, but while I'm doing it, like while I'm sewing, and I'm going to start from one outfit that I know, oh, that's going to be like the easiest, or I
Mhm.
already know how to develop that one. I always start with that one that I think, oh,
Right.
I can start easy with that one. And then while I'm doing it, I always get more ideas. So my brain really works while I'm working. And
So
then I'm
one
like,
goes on to the next and
yes,
so on.
yes.
Okay. That's interesting because I was actually also gonna think about like how do you balance making something that's obviously like beautiful and goes along that vision, but also making sure that it, like works on stage and works for what she has to like do for her job and like all the dancing and singing. Like, is there any specifics that you wouldn't have had to do for other pieces?
Mm, that's fun. Like the thing is with the performance, like the length of the dresses, also like we had some corsages
Hmm.
and they really need to be tight and like stay in the same position. So that's the tricky part. Also in the end, I have a lot of things that like not a lot, but some adjustments to really make that fit. Uh, um, yeah, some things we can't do because it's for her performance. But when we do an
Hmm.
outfit that is just for a shooting, like a nice editorial or for the EP album cover, you can do more stuff for like stuff that doesn't need to be that. How do you say that in English?
Like it can be more elaborate if you don't have to think about the practicalities, I'm guessing.
Yes, 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 yes. And
So,
also, when she's on the stage, like the length of the dresses, we always put shorts underneath, but
mhm,
still, it needs to be comfortable for her, especially when she's on a higher stage and people like they
of
see it from
course.
every
Yeah.
angle. So it needs to be perfect in every angle.
Is there any testing that you do when it comes to that, like trying it on, seeing how it works from a certain, like seeing it from different places and stuff? I've always wondered that.
Yes. I mean, when we do the fitting, she always needs to turn around. I always make some detail shot. And then when it comes to like if it really holds together and if it's
Mhm.
good, she jumps around in my studio and she
Yeah.
really makes a cute performance that we see if it's good enough. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Or also with
I'm
like with flowing fabrics.
yeah.
You're running around like I don't know if you saw the Born to be Blue video.
Oh, yeah, you were, like, testing that?
Yes. I was
Okay.
running in the studio with like the if the fabric was good enough because not every fabric is the same or
Oh,
flows the
works with
same.
the flow, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I love that. So then, since we already got into, like, Eileen's tour and everything, what was the outfit that I feel like you get this question a lot, but what was the one that you had the most fun creating and just letting go and, like, getting into that? From either tour, honestly.
Oh, that's such a
I
hard
feel like it's hard, it's
question.
like choosing your favorite child, no?
Yeah. Um, hmm. So the Amsterdam one was fun because actually my boyfriend did a lot of the
Really?
sewing. Like I was directing him and we were in a night shift. Like it
Yeah.
was, I think like 3 or 4 days before she went on tour and we had
Okay.
like a lot of outfits still
Oh, so
like,
you're just, like, pushing through all-nighters,
yes.
okay, I see.
And we were really like that was the vibe. We were just like producing and he got like really smart with like being faster. So
Mhm.
that's one because the Amsterdam one was at the beginning the hardest because
Yeah.
I had the we had that on the vision board and it was like, oh, we want to have so much tulle
Yeah.
everywhere and it needs to be huge. And you asked me before, like, I mean, the outfits need to be good enough that she can jumps around.
Right.
And I was always figuring out how we gonna put her in so much tulle and it's still gonna be like it's still fitting when she's jumping around.
Right.
So we came up with the ideas that it needs to be free skirts over each other and
Mhm.
we're gonna make the waist with like a
Right.
waistband. And it was so much tulle that we needed to sew. So it was also like a lot of fabric, in the studio. How we gonna put it underneath the machine and
Right.
what's the best. So that was just fun making it because in the end it turns out so good.
It did, it did.
And but also the Köln one with the flowers, I really love that
Oh,
I
yes, yes,
could
yes,
do
yes,
like
the
the
detailing.
details. And the Zurich one was the one with that flowed the most because it was the last one. And I was like, oh, it's gonna be also a great one for the end.
You wanna,
So
like, finish it off on a high note? Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, speaking of, like, the tulle and everything, is there a specific, like, fabric that you prefer working with or, like, enjoy the most that you try to, like, incorporate into things because it's just fun for you or something?
Mm, yes. I mean, um, I really love the tool. Like, it's so fun to make
Yeah.
the get the volume, like,
I mean, we love it too, so
right? And lace. I really love lace. And we work a lot with elastic fabric. So it's easy for her to get in the dress and yeah.
Right.
So I think those three are my favorites to work with.
I have to
Yes.
say I'm biased because, like, the Berlin one will always have a special place in my heart with, like, the tulle, the
Ah,
blue, and
yes.
obviously I went, so it was, like, extra special. Speaking of all those, like, cities and everything, do you have a say in, like, saying which one is for what tour stop? Like, do you plan it according to the city, or is it more like you decide that afterwards?
That's a question that I
You
get a
can't
lot.
s
Yeah. Because yeah, I think that's interesting because I think a lot of people think about it. Oh, we have the cities, and then we
Mhm.
know, oh, this is gonna be that one, that one, that one.
Right.
But as I said before, we always start with the board, the inspiration board.
Mhm.
Then I put together like the looks, how my design's gonna look together with from the inspirations, and then I'm gonna work on the outfits first. So Eileen sees the end result because before it's hard for like I have it all in my brain
Yeah,
and I have it on the drawing, but for people that I think no, with Eileen it's easy because we have like a same language, but still it's different when she's gonna see it in the end.
of
Like
course.
sometimes she's like, oh, I don't know, Anique, like but I'm sure, like, I trust you. I'm sure it's going to be great. Like, it's your decision.
Yeah.
And then when I make it, she's like, oh, now I know.
Now I see where
Like,
you're coming from, uh-huh.
yes. So we decide the cities really in the end. Like, I do all the outfits and we have a fitting. We're going to adjust some stuff or like style it. Like, if we have like two pieces, the skirt and the top, sometimes you also say, oh, you know what? We're going to change those together and then in the end, we have the cities, and we're gonna choose which city is
So it's an
which.
after kind of thing.
Yes.
Okay, because I feel like in my head, they always make so much sense, and I can just see elements of the city, but I'm guessing it's, like, more us reading into it afterwards.
Yeah, but I don't know why. It's kind of magic, but it always makes sense.
It does, that's what I'm
Really,
saying.
it's yeah. But I mean, we when we have the outfits, we always think about which makes sense, like also from like the city.
Mhm.
The only thing, like in like some girls wrote me for the Madrid outfit.
Yes.
Um, they were like, "Oh, is Madrid gonna be polka dots? Because
Oh, because the tradition, yeah.
flamenco
Yeah.
with polka dot, like flamenco dresses." And I was like, "No, that's genius." We didn't think about like the flamenco, but it's a good inspiration for the future. So if we ever go back to Madrid, I would love to do something
True.
else. But yeah, I think in the end it always makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
And
So
it's a hard one. It's a hard thing
yeah.
to do.
I can believe that. Okay, so aside from, like, the cities occasionally having a little bit of a say in it, where do you get, like, your main inspiration from? Is there anybody you look up to, or just where do you find it in, like, daily life?
I think nowadays you get a lot of inspiration on social media, to be
Mhm.
honest. Like if you just scroll around, or also artists you watch, like you're always gonna
Of
find
course.
something you really like. Um, but for me, it's as well, or Pinterest is a really good
Yeah.
inspiration platform, of course. But I also like just like walking around the city and especially different cities that I live. Like when I was on tour with Eileen and we were in Amsterdam, in London, like also fashion cities. I love to get inspiration from the people that walk past by me.
Mhm.
So you always see some elements
Yeah,
and
that's beautiful.
yeah.
I love that. Okay, so you obviously mentioned like going to the individual cities, some of the tourist stops and whatnot. Somebody actually asked, what's their like favorite moment about like sometimes getting to meet people who know you, for example, through Eileen? Do you enjoy like getting recognized or that kind of thing?
Yes, of course. It's so nice to to be seen and that, like, people know you and know what you do and they also love what you do. So
Of course.
it was really special for me because I'm not used to like, people like, yeah, to
It's
know
this whole
me.
fandom that just
Yeah,
comes
like a
together and like
fandom. Yeah.
comes onto you. Yeah.
And also the love that I get on social media when I like show them the outfits or
Hmm.
also like how the people were excited to see which outfit's gonna be which city.
Definitely.
Always the reveals that the people were so engaged. Um, that was insane. And that was like in the end the best feeling to see Eileen on stage having fun, loving the outfit, but also seeing the fans loving the outfits so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, I can
That
imagine that's such a gratifying moment of just knowing I did a part of that and everybody can see this and on
yeah.
every single video that's going to be like part of my art included in that.
Hmm. It really
So,
gives me like goosebumps. Like I was like,
yeah.
ah. And also that people are coming to me and say hi and actually talk to me. And I was really not used to it. So I was so, amazed, especially this tour that the people were more and, it's insane. It's still insane to know that
Yeah.
there are people out there that really are interested in me and what I do. So,
That's so
uh,
beautiful. So would you say you have a favorite moment or something? I know that must be hard to like pinpoint, but was there one thing that you remember from either, room service included or the first honeymoon tour? Is there something that really like stuck in your mind?
yeah. So there were like, is it for the fandom or like,
It can be anything. It can be either what you watched or just when you went to a show, met somebody, whatever.
so there were a few situations that were crazy for me to like because I didn't expect it. So
Yeah.
we walked to the Amsterdam show and there were so many people outside already. It
Yeah.
was one of the biggest show. So the line, the queue was insane.
Crazy.
And I went out filming for Eileen's BTS and people were screaming at me like, "Hi, Anique! Hi, Anique!" And I was like, they know
Me?
my name. Like,
What?
what?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, blushing all over. And as well in Paris when I was backstage with Eileen and then I came
Hmm.
out and for watching the show and I really didn't expect it, but there were girls screaming like, Anique! It was like, what? What's happening? So that's still like in every city actually that I've been to.
Yeah.
And then in the end that and also a core moment was the first tour in Basel where girls came to me and danced with me during the
I
concert.
saw that. That
That was
looked so
so cool.
magical.
And the signs were also like in
Oh,
Zurich.
only here for Anique. I saw
Yeah.
that.
I was like, what? Um, that was yeah, like core memories. And of course, I mean, that's like with the fans and but with Eileen and the whole crew, every time we got to be on the tour and actually see the project comes to
Yeah.
life and that's a feeling that's insane and
Yeah, it truly
beautiful.
sounds like you formed something like a family, like working on this all together, and it's all of you different, like from producing to the actual performing and designing, everything coming together. It sounds so beautiful. Is there so many people wanted to know, is there a favorite song of Eileen's that you've got?
Favorite song?
Yes. I feel like the stakes are high. Everybody was like, "What's our favorite song?"
So funny because every time I'm at a concert and friends come to see Eileen, I'm
Yeah.
always like, oh, that's my favorite song. And then like few songs later, oh, that's also my favorite song. And that one, I love that one. But I love Keep It Cool,
Yes, of course.
um, Silly Crush. Where's the fun in that? I love that one.
Yes, well,
Without
we're
Me a
still waiting
Project.
for that.
Me too. Blue Light. That's also a really beautiful
Yeah.
song. And Amen, Touch Me Where They Can't.
Oh, that's my favorite, hands down.
That's so good. Ah, and also Pretty Girl Thriller.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And Playing House, it's beautiful, but for my taste, it's so sad. It's so
It
sad.
is. It really is. That
And
bridge, I was like
that's
sobbing.
and it's always so beautiful when we see it live because the people are so engaged with the song and like they know every word. Um, but I can't listen to sad songs. Like I don't listen to sad songs. It's not
Oh,
my
really?
no, I really can't. Like oh.
Oh, wow. We are not the same in that regard. I will like sob on a random Tuesday, put that on, be like, okay. Okay, so then
No.
what do you listen to aside from like Eileen, if you say you're more into like the happier or whatnot, what's your taste apart from her?
Um, it's funny because now I'm really an Eileen fan. Actually, I really love her
Yeah.
music, so I also get to be like in that sad song pop culture. It's
Well, then that's
okay.
even more special that you're able to like have this with her and also be a
Yeah.
fangirl at the same time.
But I also love like more rock music. I love the Idols. I love
Hmm.
it's always so hard. The question when it comes to music and you're like, oh yeah, what are you
And
listening
then
to?
mine just blanks.
Yeah. But Lord, I love Lord, of
Oh, of
course.
course, we love.
Olivia Dean, also a nice one. And I think I said that also in the Zoom call where you were in.
Yes, I would.
Um,
Yeah.
I love Bad Bunny. That's really another
Yes.
genre, but I love him.
No, of course.
Yes. I love also music to dance to, like
Yes. Okay,
dance
valid.
music, and also the rock music because when I'm like angry or I need like energy, it really like gives me the good energy. So yeah.
Also, perfect. Would you say that like music and stuff like also inspires? Like, do you listen to music while you design or like come up with ideas and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, is that a big
Yes.
thing?
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's gorgeous. Okay, well, speaking of which, I feel like we're kind of circling back at this point, but I feel like I have to ask, what's your process like? You've probably heard this a thousand times, but like, how is your process from like beginning stages to like the finished product?
So I have the inspiration and then the drawing. Best case scenario, I have a drawing. As I said, I'm not the best drawer, but then I'm gonna start making the pattern.
Hmm.
And with Eileen, like in her case, I have her measurements and like the corsage pattern
Right.
always as a base. And then I can transform the pattern into new patterns. So I'm just like, oh, I can use that part from this pattern and I'm gonna add like different
Yeah, different elements make it something else.
and then it's gonna be and then I'm gonna do a test. The best thing to do is to do the test in a fabric that it's similar to the end result.
Hmm.
So if the dress is gonna be in a stretchy material, you need to do it in a stretchy material before, but like not in the most expensive one. That's why you do the test. And then Eileen needs to come over and try on the tests and we do a fitting and then I'm gonna adjust on the pattern, which was good, which was bad. And then I'm gonna do the original one with the original
Yes.
fabric. And then it's gonna be another fitting. And with that fitting, always it's also like it's always the details that we're gonna discuss.
Hmm.
Like, do we want to add a bow or I don't know, another fabric to it, or
Right.
do we need like arms? Yeah, you have like
The
different
little
stuff you can.
things, like,
Yes. So, and then when it's finished, we have another fitting where we're gonna style like which shoe we're gonna
right.
take for that outfit, tights, jewelry, all
Hmm.
that stuff. That's always like in the end.
So, how long does all of this take? I know it must probably like vary from like outfit to outfit, but would you say you have a general like ballpark figure?
Yeah, it depends because you have good days and you have bad days,
Of course.
and also the machines are a big part of it. So if a machine is not happy and she thinks, no, I don't want to work today, it's like the worst thing that can happen. Really, I had that too. Like with that tour, the machine was broken, and I still had 2 days left. It was before the
Crazy.
Zoom call, actually.
Really?
And I had to call someone over, and they were like, "Oh, we're too busy, we can't come." And I was like, "No, you really need to make it happen. Like, I really need to finish the outfits." And it always happens when you're stressed and when you don't have enough time, of course. But yeah, like in the average, you have like 2 or 3 days for an outfit.
Mhm.
Um, for a fast one or easy one, it can be like 1 day,
Wow.
but you need to keep in mind that the pattern, it depends also on the pattern. Like if the
Yeah,
pattern is good, and you don't need to do a lot of adjustments, you're way faster. So it's hard to say, but I would say it's like 1 to 3 days.
that's a
Yeah.
lot faster than I would have expected, to be honest. Wow,
Mhm.
okay. And then how does that work together with like the styling itself? Would you say like that came after your love for fashion, or does it all work together for you and like the vision? Do you already know where like the things are gonna go all together in the end result?
Um, I always have the vision in my head in the beginning. Also, when it comes to like um the styling in the end for the picture or for the stage,
Mhm.
but it can change through the, like when I while I'm working. So my brain is always adjusting stuff. Um, but when it comes to like why, like I think it's interesting, or probably that was also your question, is why actually I'm designing now for Eileen and not just styling,
Mhm.
because we started with styling when I start working with Eileen. But in the beginning, it's really hard to find labels to give you the clothes, because she's not like, we're not big enough
Mhm.
already. So, and also she needs the clothes to really use it. It's, I mean, for a fashion editorial or a shooting, it's different. It's different because you can bring it back. It's still clean,
Yeah.
but when you have a show, you're gonna sweat. You're gonna use the clothes, so it's not that easy. And I said to Eileen, you know what? I'm actually a
Let's
fashion
do it.
designer and I can do it by myself. So why don't we just like make our own clothes?
I love that.
Yes. So that was actually the beginning of it. And then the first tour, the people loved it so much. And then we knew, okay, shit, we like now we have to do it again. And also for
That's
me, it was like the beginning to really show the people what I do.
of
So,
course.
yes.
That's really special. Okay, I feel like I have so much that I could just ask you, so I need to like narrow it down. I really need to remind myself. But I feel like one major thing that people really wanted to know is like, what's your biggest motivation? I feel like we got a lot of creatives in the comments asking like, oh, they're working on something, but how do you like keep going when, things are like getting tough and like you don't have inspiration, but you know that you kind of like have to like push through? What's something that like you can tell yourself? Or what tips, I guess, would you also give to people in the same situation?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think for me at the moment is that people are actually noticing my work and giving the love to the work that I do.
Mhm.
But in the beginning, it's so hard because you don't have the people.
Right.
Right. So, and also still for me, like I'm so nervous when I post my art, my stuff, because it's something so personal
Of
as well.
course.
So you never know how the people react to it. And I think that's the hardest part. And when you have to, like, when you just have one person or also friends or family that are
Mhm.
here for it and like it, I think that's the thing that keeps you going. But in the end, it's you that need to have like the mindset of, I really want to do it and I really want to get there.
Yeah, from within.
Yeah. But it's so hard because the industry is so big, and at the same time it's so small, and it's so hard to actually earn money with it, and it's in every creative industry, right? It's so
Yeah.
hard to actually make it a living, and but I would say anyone that is interested in something creative, they should just do it. Just do it. Like really, just do
Just
it.
go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like to round things off, I feel like we have a couple fun ones just to throw them out like quick
Okay.
fire. What's a fashion trend that you secretly love and one that you secretly hate from things that you've been seeing like going around? It doesn't even have to be like high fashion, just like things you've been seeing on the street.
um, ah, ah, okay. No,
You don't have to hold back literally anything that comes to mind.
I'm really thinking about what do I hate? Because I love like so much.
Yeah.
At the moment, I really love scarves that you wrap around your body. Like,
Yes.
I really love the trend. It's a trend now, and I really love it. And to layer, always layer
Oh yeah, of
clothes.
course.
What I hate, honestly, I hate a lot of things when I'm looking, when I walk through, like, especially in
No,
Switzerland. Like in Switzerland, you walk around
really?
and the people are so boring. Like
No.
I, the people look at me when I have some boots on and a cute dress, and I feel like an alien, and I'm like, that's still so normal.
Of course.
So I just hate when people are, yeah, when they are
Boring.
boring
You
in
can say it. You can say it. This
time.
is a
Yeah.
safe space.
I mean, if you
No,
just have like
valid.
a random, I mean, it can also look cool, a random t-shirt and a jeans, but I think when you don't see the character, I think that's the thing that I
Right.
hate. Like,
Okay.
people should dress more like the character, and they really should show the character in their
There you
clothes.
are. Okay.
Because that's the
Preach.
fun part of fashion. Yeah.
I love that. Okay, if you got to go to a Met Gala and you got to like choose a theme and everything and like design for yourself, what would you have that be?
Some good question. A theme, Met Gala. Oh, that's so big. I'm dreaming of Met
Of
Gala.
course.
I think it's a good theme. You see, I'm so creative, and when it comes to
When it
like,
comes to like, no, I'm putting you on the spot to be fair, so it's not it's not too much.
but I know for sure it needs to be edgy. It needs to be rock and roll. I would say like a pop queen, but in rock and roll
Okay.
aesthetic. So like yeah, that's a bad title, but
I think I'm seeing where you're getting from. I think we just need to fine tune that when we propose it to the Met people for
can you
this year.
propose something to me, please? Like a
No,
good.
I don't know. I see
You
where
should
you're
ask.
coming from.
You see, it's a hard one. It's so
Okay, well, I guess we don't need it, but when we draft that up for them next year, we're gonna be like, Anique 2027. We'll be like, okay,
You
she
should
told you
ask the
first.
community, like, tell me what would be the theme
What was
of
the
oh,
thing
yeah,
before you said?
yes.
Also, okay, your nails are like famous within the community. I don't know if you know. I don't know if you know, but we all saw them on the Zoom and we're like, okay, queen.
Thank
So,
you.
do you have inspo? Do you like, because you're always eating. Where's
Thank
this?
you.
Is that how you would express yourself as well?
Yeah, I like my nails, they really are a identity character thing now. I just love them because you know what? I work so much with my hands, and I look at them all the time because of work.
Yeah,
So they need to be pretty and they
that's
need
so
to be
funny.
fun. So that's why. And I don't know, like a lot of people don't know, but I also work in finances, in a finances company, like part-time
Really? Yeah,
job.
we did not know.
Like it's a whole different thing. It's from my parents, and
Mhm.
I mean, you need something besides creative when you start, right?
Mhm.
It's the ugly truth. And it's so funny because I'm really like the only one that have fun nails or dress like in the fun way, but they always love it. They always like, oh, your
That's so
nails on
funny.
your looks. So yeah.
I'm trying to picture it like showing up to this environment and then you're like eating with your
Yeah. And I'm like on my computer and you see the fancy nails.
Of course.
But yeah, I get some inspiration on social media, and then I also think about when I go on tour or when I'm with Eileen, I also think about can I add something to that, moment? And yeah, so
But they have to be short for designing, no? I'm guessing.
yes, I think they should be shorter, like they're mid-length. They are like a little bit too long, to be honest.
So cute though. I feel like somebody's gonna take a picture of this and be like, nail inspo.
Yes, please take mine as
Genuinely, maybe
inspiration.
you should start the next Pinterest.
Yes.
Next person inspired. Okay.
And shout out to Trashy Minimal in Zurich. She's the best one. Like she
Okay.
makes the best nails.
You heard it here first. Okay. One final question, and this is the most important one of all. I feel like everybody wants to know the true order of outfit, makeup, and hair. What order do we do that in? From a stylist?
You mean from Eileen before the show?
In general.
Oh,
what
in
do you
general.
do first? Outfit, makeup, and hair. This is such a heated debate online, I feel like.
It's so clear.
Okay,
First the
let's hear it.
outfit, then the makeup, and then the
Yes.
hair.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I've been trying to tell, but now we've got the evidence.
But
Great.
if you have, I need to add something to that one.
Of course.
If you have the clothes on and you put on the makeup, just wear a rope over it so you don't like your clothes stays clean. So that's really important.
Okay, well, that was the biggest one of all.
That's
Thank
the biggest
you.
trick, no?
Thank you so much for being here. I feel like the time really just like passed like that.
Thank
I
you
have
so
much
much.
to know. This was an honor. And, if you ever come back, if you ever have something you want to talk about, know that we're here and we love to hear from you.
So nice.
And
Thank you so
we're
much.
so
It was so
excited
much
to see
fun.
what's next. Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. Thank you. Bye, Anique.
Bye-bye.